It is Tuesday already. What you don't see, you can hear. I'm outside with my dog, so the birds and the squirrels are waiting. They're waiting for us, at least my dog, to make himself scarce. The mornings are just too good to miss. Wherever you live, sit outside and just take it in. Just listen. I'm sorry, you can probably hear my laundry. I've got towels. I'm hopeful that you hear the birds. I've got my journal here, and I'm writing down all the things to be grateful for. That's how I start my day after I take care of my dogs and my cats and my birds and my squirrels. And then I sit down to have my coffee. And right now I'm giving thanks. I heard some crows yesterday. Now, crows are awesome. I mean, I know there's fear that comes to people when they think of crows. And from what I've come to learn, I follow this gal on YouTube, and her channel is called Leslie the Bird Nerd. And I've learned so many things from her love of birding. Look at the little titmouse on the feeder. Those little pointy, they've got little pointy heads. They're so cute. And chickadees. But the crows are nothing to fear. They're awesome birds. And surprisingly, they're like bald eagles now. Bald eagles feast on everything, just like crows, just so you can put out oranges, you know, fruit, nuts, you know, scraps. You don't want to get crazy, you know, start putting your table scraps outside, because you're going to lure all kinds of things. In fact, I caught a raccoon, huge, crawling up this big tree over here. I can't move my phone right now, but oh, it was early in the morning as I got up, I think it was yesterday morning, and I saw it, the butt of it and its tail, crawling up the tree, up into the thicket of the tree, and it moved kind of like koala bear. Anyhow, yeah, crows, and they remember everything. So if you are kind to them, they will come back. They will visit you. They will take care of anything that, you know, food-wise, little scraps that you want. I think they even eat bugs. They might even eat mice, you know. I'm going to have to double check on that. I listened to her talk about them, but what stood out to me most was the fact that they have a recall that's unbelievable. They also mate for life, and they let their mates know, their friends, who's been good to them and who's been not so nice. they will remember that too. And they can be quite nasty if you've been not nice to them, if you know what I mean. You know, if you shoo them out of your yard, if you throw things at them. You know, some people, not everyone is nice to animals. That's my what can I say about that? Close and near and dear to my heart anymore are animals. It has increased with my age, my care and concern for the environment. You know, times are changing, and they have changed. And yes, when you get older, it's, as I've said before, like peeling back the layers of an onion. You get to the nitty-gritty of what's important to you in your life. When you're young, you throw caution to the wind, and you think, oh, tomorrow's never going to come. You know, live by the seat of your pants and just use and abuse and do. I mean, you're not, at times, pretty careless. I won't say that's everybody, but most people, me and my friends, a little bit silly. But since then, our environment is very important. So when you make the time to sit outside in nature, you'll figure this one out. Look around you. Because what you see is what you are bringing to yourself. What you think about, you bring about. This nature makes my heart sing. I prayed for this, and my kids and I went through hell until the universe orchestrated and came up with this little place for us, because we were floundering and did not know what we were going to do. So my journey is my story, and part of my story involves saving the environment. We've become a young living family. While we don't sell the oil regularly to people, one, they've already got someone they buy from, or two, people buy other things, but we use it to live our lives from. One bottle of oil takes care of at least 5 different things. 5 different toxic things you don't have to buy at the grocery store. And it's good for the environment, because the land is loved and cultivated and used to make these oils, whereas poor animals are used to live on top of it. They walk on it, they lay on it, they go to the bathroom on it. Bacteria builds up, and it goes right into them and their food, and this is what people eat. I stopped a long time ago. You eat their bacteria and you eat their fear. It's sad, but people need to wake up to that. You do. It's a fact. You can't say, oh, it doesn't matter. We reign supreme above animals. No, we do not. No, we do not. We were all created in God's image, and we share this earth. We share this planet. And anybody who wants to carry a whip or a gun and put their hands on their hips and trap things and enslave them to use and abuse is not the way to go. Anyway, going from crows to sitting outside and appreciating what you have focused upon and what the Lord has blessed you with. You write it down, and you get together with it, and you sit and you marinate in it, and you allow your mind to wander, and you write about it, and you talk about it, and you celebrate it. And if there's something in your life that's miserable, get out of it. Get away from it. But if you sit and talk about it and marinate in it, what are you going to get more of? Right? Makes sense, doesn't it? It's so simple that it's simple. We've got to take care of ourselves. And, and I don't watch the news, but here I see Mama Judd left this earth a couple of days ago. That breaks my heart. They're as close a family as my kids and I are. And how devastating that must be for the girls, for the daughters, the women in that family. But there was a lot going on with that poor woman that we didn't know about. We didn't need to know about. It was her personal life. But she was a prominent person. She was a famous woman who sang. And she sang with her daughters. And my heart feels for them. But it was her time. It was her time to go. And she's no longer suffering. And just send love to that family. But it just tells you, be grateful, be grateful, be grateful. All the money in the world is not going to make you happy unless you are happy deep down inside. Happiness is an inside job. It's up to you to be happy. No one or no thing is going to make you happy. You've got to do it for you. If you can't, start working on ways that you can. And I say start by sitting outside with the simple things. Look at the birds. They're starting to come now on the fence. My dog's over here with me, but if they scatter, it's because he moves around over there. But life is simple. And it gets complicated and crazy when we get involved and we try to control. Let go of control. Give your life to God and allow Him to steer. Jesus, God, divine, whoever you believe in, give it. Just give it. Agree to be happy. Overbirds. Agree to be happy and start talking about everything that you're grateful for. You start coming from that place and your life's going to change. Don't watch the news, because more than half of it is embellished. It's fake, it's exaggerated, and it's trying to trap you in fear. Nobody needs that. I don't believe people want that either. You just can't let that dictate your life. Close your eyes and go within and ask the divine to be present in your life. Ask your angels to surround you and be with you. And write about the things that you've been blessed with. Pray. Read about things that make you excited and happy and joyful. Spend quality time with yourself. And for me, nature is what does it. Nature helps me reflect because it's real, it's solid. And it comes from the earth. It's beautiful. Horrible, ugly, toxic things grow from horrible, toxic, ugly things. But the universe orchestrated to give this to me and my kids when we lost our home. We had nowhere to go. It was just the three of us. And we had to leave our home Christmas Eve. Excuse me, New Year's Eve, the end of the year. Oh, there's one of those gorgeous blue jays with pointy heads. Anyway, and we didn't know where we were going to go. I had a stepfather who was not nice. I stood up to him and he didn't like it. And he vowed to make my life a living hell. And he was the last resort. I called him and told him we had no place to go. He reluctantly allowed me and my 2 kids. And he told me, you can bring your dogs, but you cannot bring your cats. I won't have your cats. That was rough. So we had a friend take our cats, and we ended up losing one in the process because he wasn't well. And suddenly thrown into that predicament made him fearful, and he withdrew, and he died. So he allowed us a downstairs room in my mother's house. This was my mother's house that he took over. And we barely were there for 2 months. I think 2 months, maybe 3. And he charged us $1,000 a month to live there. I had no money. And what little bit I was getting from my soon-to-be ex-husband, I had to give him. We had to put our things in storage. We had to get rid of... Anyway. I want you guys to know this is my journey. And it's going to come out how I got here. Because where I'm at now, I'm so flipping grateful. This is what we used to pray for. And this is paradise. Thank God every single day for what you have. Look around you. Take your pick when you sit outside. Marinate on it. Go within, marinate on it. Alright, you guys. I shall return. Hitting the 20 minute mark. I don't know if anybody has made it this far. If you have, thank you. I hope you got something out of it for yourselves. It's therapy for me to talk to you about it. But to sit outside and be embraced by this is the best. There's a squirrel over there on the fence. He's just waiting to come over for my dogs. Lock ties with them. You all have a blessed day. And I will catch you next time.